I always think, man.
The basketball world reacted with a mixture of shock, disappointment, and disbelief. Social media erupted with posts from major outlets.
And no, like, when you got a purpose and a gift, man, and you're talented as he is, man, you gotta know, man, the devil is out to stop you, man, and take you off your grind, man, and stop your success, man. And that's basically what happened, man. He was on his way, man, and the devil came and stopped it all, man. All because we live in this evil world, man.
I know sometimes you get frustrated, but you can't let the devil win. It's all cause of him. I lost a couple of my friends, but Yahweh made me a better man. Spitting bars for the kingdom, man. I can do it through Philippians. I can do all things through Christ. That's the reason that I'ma win. Yeah.
Hey, man, say, man, what it do, man? Welcome to Motivation Monday, man. I'm your host, Just Nate, by the way, man. And in today's video, as you guys can see by the thumbnail and the title, man, we will be touching on the rise and the fall of Mikey Williams. If you do not know who Mikey Williams is, he was back when I was in, like, a freshman in high school, Mikey Williams was blowing up as like one of the top ranked basketball high school players in the country, man. I believe he had millions of followers while he was still in high school, man, to the point he even got a shoe. He even got sponsored by Puma while he was in high school, man. So he had a very great career, man. Was cut short, man, through he got thrown into prison or jail, man. But get whatever you need before we dive into this video, man. And we're going to sit back, relax, and let's react.
Mikey Williams was destined for NBA stardom, with millions of followers and endorsement deals before he even graduated high school. But one night changed everything.
God, I'm taking in that position, so I wasn't going to get myself out of that. Neither was my lawyers or anybody else.
9 felony charges, potential decades in prison. His basketball dreams were destroyed overnight. But how did America's most promising high school star fall so far, so fast? Let's break it down. The meteoric rise and catastrophic fall. Few stories in modern basketball capture the rise to fame and the crash that follows like Mikey Williams. The foundations of Williams' basketball destiny were laid early, rooted in a family where athletic excellence wasn't just encouraged, it was expected. His father, Marlon Williams, had been a standout high school basketball player at Sweetwater High School, while his mother, Charisse, excelled as a catcher and outfielder in collegiate softball at Hampton University. This genetic cocktail of athletic prowess, combined with an unwavering emphasis on discipline and perseverance, created the perfect storm for a basketball phenomenon to emerge.
I got into basketball I probably started playing when I was like 4. My pops was a coach, so I was already around basketball all the time.
From the tender age of 4, Williams was immersed in the world of basketball. But it wasn't until middle school that the basketball
Angel Reese looks so good, bro. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in
world truly took notice. A viral dunk video in 7th grade catapulted him into the national spotlight, drawing immediate comparisons to young LeBron James and sparking a social media following that would eventually exceed 3 million followers on Instagram alone.
I was young. I was starting at like 7th grade, 8th grade. So all I knew was basketball. Like business didn't really exist in me yet. You feel me? So I just happened really fast.
The explosion of Williams' fame wasn't accidental. It was carefully orchestrated by his father, who recognized the potential for his son's talents to transcend traditional basketball pathways. At just 13 years old, Williams signed a groundbreaking NIL deal with And One, the streetball apparel company, making history as the youngest endorser in sports.
Dang, so he signed his first deal / sponsorship with And One when he was 13 years old, man. This guy had his path written out for him, man.
Deal, reportedly worth 6 figures, highlighted the shifting landscape where social media influencers could monetize fame before even reaching high school.
Really, my pops was like the mind behind that. I ain't really know, a lot of stuff I was doing, I didn't know why I was doing it, but I was just doing it. He just didn't like it was gonna make sense.
When Williams arrived at San Ysidro High School in 2019, expectations were astronomical, but even the most optimistic projections couldn't have predicted the statistical devastation he would unleash. As a freshman, he averaged an otherworldly 29.9 points, 6.7 rebounds, 4.9 assists, and 1.6 steals per game, leading San Ysidro to a CIF San Diego Section Division III championship. But it was one particular performance that would etch his name.
As y'all can see, he was a bucket, man. That was his freshman stat.
The California high school basketball folklore forever. On December 13, 2019, against Montgomery High School, Williams erupted for an astronomical 77 points, including 9 3-pointers in a 116-52 victory, shattering San Diego County's single game.
77 points with 9 3-pointers in one game is crazy. That's up there with LaMelo Ball. I think LaMelo had 100 points or 99 points in the game, man. That's still insane. One game, that's crazy.
Scoring mark previously.
You definitely wasn't passing the ball. Ain't no way.
71 points. The performance wasn't just statistically remarkable. It was a cultural phenomenon that sent shockwaves through the basketball community and cemented his status as a generational talent. The accolades poured in like a torrential downpour. Max Prep's National Freshman of the Year, CIF San Diego Section Player of the Year, and a spot on the All-State First Team. Recruiting services pegged him as the #1 prospect in the 2023 class, with offers flooding in from blue blood programs like Kansas, Duke, and North Carolina. But Williams' ascension transcended mere basketball statistics. His social media presence became a masterclass in modern athlete branding, with Overtime, a sports media company, producing a YouTube reality series documenting his life, further amplifying his already stratospheric profile. The teenager who once felt uncomfortable in front of cameras had transformed into a content creation machine, understanding intuitively how to leverage his athleticism into cultural relevance.
Like, that's sophomore year.
That was my freshman year.
Okay, freshman year.
Yeah.
To be that young with that many followers, like, was it hard?
Just take the time, man, and admire this beautiful woman right here, man. It's this beautiful form of caramel chocolate right there, man. Just take a good look at this melanated woman right here, man. What a beautiful black queen, man. Let's continue.
Yeah, because I didn't know what to do.
The NIL era's dawn found Williams perfectly positioned to capitalize on the seismic shift in amateur athletics. In October 2021, at age 17, he signed a multi-year endorsement deal with Puma, one of the first.
Okay, so it was 2021. He was 17 when he signed the deal. Still, 17 years old with a shoe deal is crazy work, man. He was blessed, man.
High school athletes to do so, launching signature apparel and sneakers. His NIL valuation reached an estimated $3.6 million, including NFT collections, appearances in NBA 2K22 commercials, and partnerships with brands like Lace Clips and Cash App. Celebrity endorsements followed the money. LeBron James praised his game, Kevin Durant called him a must-watch, and Drake featured him in music videos and social posts. The teenager who had
He had features with Drake?
started with viral dunks in 7th grade was now rubbing shoulders with the entertainment elite, living a lifestyle that most professional athletes could only dream of achieving. The college recruitment process became a coronation rather than a competition. Williams committed to Memphis in November 2022 to play under Penny Hardaway, drawn by the program's NBA pipeline and Hardaway's legendary status. At his peak, scouts projected him as a top 5 NBA draft pick, viewing him as a dynamic scoring guard.
Facts, bro. I was just about to say, I thought this guy was on his way to the NBA draft, man. But obviously, man, he got caught up in some crime, man, and it cut it short, man. Like the devil, man. That's why you gotta keep God first, man, and stay on your purpose, because the devil will trick you out your spot, man.
But as Williams' star continued its seemingly inexorable rise, the pressures and temptations that accompany premature fame began to exert their corrosive influence. The teenager who had conquered social media and dominated high school basketball was about to discover that success built on such unstable foundations could crumble with devastating swiftness. The first cracks in the facade appeared not on the basketball court, but in the spaces between games, in the moments when the cameras weren't rolling and the crowds weren't cheering. Williams later reflected that there had been situations before the main incident that could have been not so good, admitting he had slipped up a few times just being young.
I don't think it's a situation that happened. I think it was situations that I've been in before that could have been like, not so good. Because what happened is just like God sat me down, you know what I'm saying? Like I was never convicted of doing anything.
The warning signs were there for those willing to see them. Reports from scouts highlighting pre-arrest red flags such as inconsistent effort and entourage influences, suggesting that the shooting incident would be symptomatic of broader issues rather than an isolated event. Then came March 27, 2023, a date that would forever divide Mikey Williams' life into before and after. At his $1.2 million home in Jamul, east of San Diego, what should have been a quiet Tuesday night transformed into a nightmare that would derail one of basketball's most promising careers and serve as a stark reminder of how quickly success can transform into scandal. At approximately midnight, an argument erupted with a group of uninvited visitors who had arrived at Williams' property. According to reports, tensions escalated.
Uninvited at 12 midnight? What are you doing showing up at somebody's house at 12 midnight, bro? Uninvited. That is crazy.
Rapidly, and as the group attempted to leave in a Tesla Model 3 containing 5 passengers, shots were fired, striking the vehicle multiple times but miraculously causing no injury. The teenager, who had spent years cultivating an image of controlled athleticism and social media savvy, had allegedly lost control in the most spectacular and consequential way possible. The incident...
How you lose control, bro? Make it make sense, bro. I didn't know this is what happened, man. So you telling me this guy is at home, at his house, enjoying his night at home, and five people showed up unannounced at 12 a.m. and they was uninvited. They brung trouble to his house. And all he did was, well, I guess he can't say self-defense because they was leaving, but still, man, they brung trouble to this man's house at 12 a.m. in the morning. That is crazy.
Would mark the beginning of a legal odyssey that would consume the next year and a half of his life, transforming him from basketball prodigy to cautionary tale overnight.
No, man, he should have got off from that, man. Especially nobody was injured, man. Like, they came to his house.
The legal nightmare and career devastation. The aftermath of that fateful March night would unfold with the methodical precision of a legal thriller, each development more damaging than the last to Williams' carefully constructed public image. On April 13, 2023, Williams was arrested by San Diego County Sheriff's deputies, facing an initial barrage of 6 felony charges that carried the potential to effectively end his basketball career before it had truly begun. The initial charges painted a devastating picture. 3 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, 1 count of making criminal threats with a firearm, and 2 counts of firing at an occupied motor vehicle. Each assault charge alone carried a potential sentence of 9 years, meaning Williams faced the very real possibility of spending the prime years of his athletic career behind bars rather than on basketball court.
Wow, man. See how, man, a couple minutes, man, can change your life forever, man. It's sad, man. Like, you gotta really think before you react, man. And all situations, I don't care what it is, man. And no matter where you at, always think, man.
The basketball world reacted with a mixture of shock, disappointment, and disbelief. Social media erupted with posts from major outlets.
And no, like, when you got a purpose and a gift, man, and you're talented as he is, man, you gotta know, man, the devil is out to stop you, man, and take you off your grind, man, and stop your success, man. And that's basically what happened, man. He was on his way, man, and the devil came and stopped it all, man. All because we live in this evil world, man, that doesn't want people to win, man. It wants people, like, it's like a repeating cycle with this type stuff, man. Like, we need to start doing better, man. For the athletes, the rappers, man, the entertainers, content creators, whoever, man, we just gotta do better as a whole.
Like a Bleacher Report garnering over 32,000 likes, reflecting collective surprise as fans grappled with the fall of someone they had watched grow up in the public eye. Commentators began drawing parallels to NBA star Ja Morant's gun-related suspension, dubbing it the Ja Morant effect, and worrying about a pattern of off-court troubles for young black athletes in basketball. Memphis coach Penny Hardaway, who had recruited Williams aggressively, issued a neutral statement. "We are aware of the situation and are gathering more information," while privately grappling with the reality that his prized recruit might never set foot on campus. The legal proceedings moved with agonizing deliberation, each hearing adding new layers of complexity to an already Byzantine case. Williams pleaded not guilty to the initial charges, but prosecutors weren't finished building their case. In October 2023, during a preliminary hearing that would prove pivotal to his future, additional evidence emerged that would only deepen his legal jeopardy. Judge Sherry M. Thompson-Taylor ruled there was sufficient evidence for the case to proceed to trial, and prosecutors seized the opportunity to add 3 more felony charges, bringing the total to 9. The new charges included...
Wow. So it seems to me like they had a purpose to destroy this young black man's life and his future, man. As the system is known to doing to black people, man. Black men especially, man. Destroying their futures. Especially a young man that got a bright future ahead of him, man. They would love to see his life destroyed, man. These people, man, it makes no sense, man. I hope this video motivates you, man, to like think before you react, man, and don't always go with violence as your first reaction, man. Sometimes it's good to turn the other cheek, man. It says that in the Bible, man. Someone hit you on your right cheek, turn the other cheek and let them hit you on that one too, man. Sometimes it's good to just let people get their licks in, man, because the outcome is going to be way brighter on your end. Believe that.
Additional counts of making criminal threats and grand theft auto related to the incident, expanding Williams' potential exposure to over 30 years in prison if convicted on all counts.
But they say they didn't see Williams firing a gun. The San Diego County Sheriff's Department says people were arguing about guests inside the house where Williams lived. No one was hurt in the shooting. Williams is out of custody on $50,000 bail.
The weight of the legal proceedings began to take its toll.
Dang, $50,000 on bail, man. That's crazy. And they said they didn't even see this guy shoot the gun, man. This is crazy, man.
Not just on Williams, but on his family and support system. In interviews, he would later describe the surreal experience of sitting in courtrooms watching lawyers debate his future while feeling powerless to influence the outcome.
I feel like the people around me were more like scared. Like my pops would call me, he'll be, you feel me, stretching because he done been through it, you feel me? He done had to go through the same thing. And it's like, he don't want you, like, obviously he don't want me to go through it.
Meanwhile, the commercial consequences of his legal troubles began mounting with ruthless efficiency. Puma, which had signed Williams to that groundbreaking, a multi-year footwear and apparel endorsement deal, severed ties with the embattled athlete, citing the pending legal issues as grounds for contract termination. Lace Clips, a sports technology company, followed suit in May 2023, with CEO Jonathan Nussbaum stating bluntly that Williams was not someone we will associate with our brand. The financial devastation was swift and comprehensive.
Wow, man. He lost everything that quick.
Williams' NIL valuation, which had peaked at an estimated $3.6 million, plummeted as brands distanced themselves from the controversy. The teenager, who had been positioned to become one of the wealthiest amateur athletes in history, suddenly found himself stripped of the commercial partnerships that had defined his public persona. At Memphis, the situation grew increasingly untenable. Williams was indefinitely suspended from all team activities upon his arrest, effectively forcing him to redshirt his freshman season without ever playing a meaningful minute of college basketball. The athletic department, mindful of the university's reputation and NCAA compliance requirements, maintained a careful distance from their once prized recruits.
Like, at first, it was like, I was in the gym every day, and then once I started going through what I was going through, like at Memphis, like the AD was stripping on me, he wouldn't let me in. I went back home, and I was like, man, this was about August or something. I just went back to the crib. And I was like, I started like going to the gym maybe twice a week. But that wasn't the main thing on my mind. It just one day it hit.
The isolation was perhaps the most difficult aspect of Williams' ordeal. The teenager who had thrived on the energy of packed gymnasiums and the validation of social media engagement found himself cut off from the very activities that had defined his identity. Basketball, which had been his passion and his pathway to success, became a painful reminder of everything he stood to lose. The psychological toll was evident in his increasingly rare public appearances and social media posts. Williams later admitted that he had deactivated his Instagram account multiple times for months at a stretch, overwhelmed by the combination of legal stress and public scrutiny. The confident teenager who had once...
And it's sad, man, but social media will do that to you, man. Like, I say this, man, like, all the time, man. If you have to just detox and go ghost from social media, delete them apps, man, so you can focus back and tap in with yourself, man, do that, man. If you have to isolate yourself, do that, man. Isolation is always the key, man, to figure it out, man. Like, you have to do that, man. You have to get rid of this stuff, man. Don't let social media drive you crazy, man. Comparison is the thief of joy, man. Don't ever compare yourself to another person's life, man. Your steps and the path you had to walk was different from theirs, and their path is different from yours, man. Don't compare yourself to these people you see on social media, man. Live your life, man, and love your life, man. For real, man.
Commanded millions of followers, now struggled with the most basic aspects of public life.
I would have, but actually can't be. You told us not to deactivate our Instagrams, all that, yeah. Because I don't be liking to be on there, for real. Yeah, I done deactivated mine a few times for like months.
As the legal proceedings dragged on through the summer and fall of 2023, Williams found himself in a form of professional limbo that few athletes ever experience. Too young to turn professional overseas, barred from college basketball, and facing potential incarceration, he watched helplessly as peers like Jared McCain and Rob Dillingham continued their basketball journey, while his own remained suspended in legal uncertainty. The November 30th, 2023 plea hearing would prove to be the turning point in Williams' legal saga, though the path to that moment had been fraught with agonizing uncertainty and the very real possibility that his basketball career might be over before it had truly begun. The arduous journey back. The November 30th, 2023 plea hearing represented both an ending and a beginning for Mikey Williams, the conclusion of his most perilous legal chapter and the tentative first step toward reclaiming a basketball career that had seemed lost forever. Williams reached a plea agreement with prosecutors, pleading guilty to a single felony count of making criminal threats under California Penal Code Section 422, with the remaining 8 felony gun-related charges dismissed as part of the deal. The terms of the plea agreement reflected both the seriousness of the original charges and the possibility of redemption that still existed for the young athlete. Williams was required to complete anger management courses, cognitive behavioral therapy, gun safety classes, and 80 hours of community service, with the understanding that successful completion would result in the felony being reduced to a misdemeanor at sentencing.
God, I'm taking a tough position, so I wouldn't know to myself out of that. Neither was my lawyers or anybody else. It was really God. I just had to stay down because it didn't really hit me at first. You feel me? It hit me like a little minute into my little situation. It hit me, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when God really, like, tapping on my shoulder. Like, you feel me?
The basketball community's reaction.
And that's how God gets you, man. Sometimes God has to take everything away from you, man, to get your attention, man, to get you back on track with him, man. Because that's really, everything else doesn't matter if you don't have God involved, man. If you're not walking according to God's will and his purpose, man. Hopefully this video motivates you, man, to keep God first, man. And don't let nothing take you off your purpose, man. And don't let nothing make you crash out, man. I know people showed up at his house at 12 a.m. unannounced, man. But at the same time, he didn't have to pull a firearm out and use it, man. He could have called the police or something or anything, man. But at the end of the day, man, God is still in control, man. I believe that God will pull on this guy's life, man. But enjoy y'all Monday, man. I hope y'all have a blessed week, man. Remember, stay safe out here. I see y'all on the next one. We out.
And I know sometimes you get frustrated, but you can't let the devil win. It's all cause of him. I lost a couple of my friends, but Yahweh made me a better man. Spitting bars for the kingdom, man. I can do it through Philippians. I can do all things through Christ. That's the reason